Ever feel like your brain is broken? You wake up, grab your phone, and before you know it, you're lost in an endless scroll. But what if I told you, it's not your fault? And there's a way out? Be honest, what's the first thing you do when you wake up? I'll admit it, I grab my phone. WhatsApp, Instagram, email, all flooding my brain before I even step out of bed. Sounds harmless, right? But how often do you check your phone every single day? How many times have you opened it to do one thing, only to end up mindlessly scrolling TikTok, forgetting why you even picked it up in the first place? And tell me this. After an hour of binge scrolling, how much of it can you actually remember? Yeah. Exactly. You're not alone. In fact, there's a name for what's happening to us: brain rot. In 2024, the Oxford Dictionary crowned it Word of the Year, describing it as the mental decay caused by endless consumption of trivial content. And the culprit? You might have guessed it. Dopamine, the brain's pleasure chemical. That's why there's a buzzword you're hearing more and more lately: dopamine fasting. But what even is dopamine fasting? Does it really reset your brain? And if so, how can you actually do it right? Let's dive into the science and bust some myths right now. First, what is dopamine, really? It's not just the pleasure chemical. It's a messenger helping neurons talk to each other. It controls mood, motivation, stress, and yes, that sweet feeling of reward when something feels good. But here's the kicker. Dopamine doesn't flood your brain just because you enjoy something. It's released to make sure you keep doing whatever gave you that good feeling. Imagine you take a sunny walk. You don't get a dopamine hit the moment you step outside. It builds with every ray of sunlight, every bird song, every breath of fresh air, until your brain says, "Hey, I like this. Let's do it again." It's the brain reinforcing habits. Good ones and bad ones. Eating an ice cream? Dopamine boost. Checking your phone 100 times a day? Dopamine boost. Binge watching reels until 2 a.m.? You guessed it, dopamine boost. It's like giving your dog a treat, but sometimes we accidentally reinforce the wrong behaviors. And that's where it gets dangerous. Because smartphones, social media, and endless entertainment are engineered to exploit this brain wiring to keep you hooked. It's not laziness. It's biology. So now you're wondering, can we just stop dopamine? Starve it out? Reset our brains? Short answer, no. Dopamine isn't optional. Without it, we wouldn't just feel bored, we couldn't even move properly. In fact, Parkinson's disease is linked to dopamine loss, leading to severe motor problems. That's how critical this molecule is. So when you hear dopamine fasting, don't imagine literally draining dopamine from your system. That's impossible and dangerous. Here's the truth. Dopamine fasting is really about limiting the triggers, the instant gratification habits, not dopamine itself. The term dopamine fasting was coined by psychologist Cameron Sepa. And even he admits it's marketing. A catchy name to grab attention. What he actually meant was behavioral reset. Identify your compulsive behaviors. Gradually reduce the triggers. Strengthen your self-control. Not magic. Just psychology. Quick question. What's your biggest compulsive habit? Pause for a second. Be honest. Feel free to share it in the comments, no judgment here. If you want to genuinely reset your habits. 1. Identify the triggers. Maybe it's mindless Instagram scrolling. Maybe it's snacking. 2. Gradual exposure. Don't quit cold turkey. That usually backfires. 3. Create friction, make bad habits harder to access. 4. Replace, don't erase, fill the gap with healthier alternatives like reading, walking, or real conversations. Most importantly, forgive yourself when you slip. Progress isn't about being perfect. It's about getting a little better every day. Your brain isn't broken. It's working exactly as it's supposed to in a world that's trying to hijack it. Take the first step. Control your habits before they control you. If you found this helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into how your brain actually works. And remember, your attention is your most valuable asset. Spend it wisely.